Mitraya Namaha. Welcome to VSP 1080 channel Energy Circles, and today we are going to talk about health. This is a lecture series part of Health Keys. I'm going to talk about different aspects of health and different areas where you have to focus if you really want to heal yourself faster and better. There are people who suffer with different ailments in this universe, and out of which there are certain diseases which are self-inflicted, which are caused by yourself. Most of the diseases are self-inflicted. Very rarely you see some diseases which are caused from organisms outside you, like your corona or something like that. But in general, we are causing our own disease at body level, at the same time at mental level, at the soul level. So before getting into each ailment separately, that is diabetes, hypertension, asthma, or different kinds of fits or neurological problems and all, I'll go in detail about each disease separately. But basically, you have to understand how this disease process happen, and if you can understand the healing mechanism, how does the healing happens, then I'm sure you will be able to heal yourself better. So to begin with, I got this fantastic opportunity to talk with different Ayurvedic, homeopathy, regular allopathy doctors who have this inclination towards health rather than disease. There are doctors who live on disease, but most of the doctors whom I met are the doctors who live on health. I am a doctor who prefer to live on health. I am a doctor, I charge fees, but at the same time I want people to be healthy. Okay, I charge for health, so that is my motto, that is my intention. Similarly, a doctor who is dealing with health, I came across so many doctors who want people to be healthy, out of which one very good doctor, a fantastic Ayurvedic professor, and he was really, we had this intense discussion. The discussion started like a comparison between allopathy and Ayurvedic. Then it came down, because I am a dental maxillofacial surgeon, so they don't have this bias of oh, this fellow is medical related, I should not reveal. So that advantage I had, and we had this discussion over a period of time, and there are certain key points which we all have to acknowledge to further proceed in understanding the disease process and heal yourself better. So to understand your disease or understand any kind of disease that happens in the body, remember this path, right? First is a universal soul or universal consciousness, or Paramatman or Atman, people call different names. It is like this: your Paramatma and Atma got separated somehow, and Paramatman is there and you are a pure soul or Atman, and suddenly this Atman is imperishable, or generally the soul doesn't get any disease. People say, it pains, my soul is not good, my soul is not cleansing of souls and all. Soul is usually clean, usually healthy, and soul don't get infected or diseased. First thing you should understand. So the consciousness which is there in you, it will not get diseased at all. So there is no disease to you as when you are as a soul. First thing. So this soul is a universal healer. It can heal, suppose you want to heal yourself, you can heal yourself, you can heal others as well. So there is no magic in this. People think, oh, this healing and all is magic. No, absolutely not. Healing is a natural process of anything in this universe. Anything heals, anything will heal. Okay, remember this. You may not perceive it like healing, but that's a healing process. You make a cut and see, that will heal. Healing is a natural process. You cannot stop healing. Healing will happen. Suppose I break your hand and put it like this, it will heal like this only, because healing is a natural process. No one can stop healing. Healing is a natural process, number one. The second thing is, soul is a universal healer. So it can never get diseased. Okay, suppose if there is any indent, or suppose there is any disease or any viral, bacterial, pathogenic or microbial attack on it, universal soul will heal beautifully well. But why are we? Because we are part of a soul. Why are we not healing so well? Why there is disease in the entire universe? Why there is disease for human beings, for animals, for so many things? Why there is disease is a question. So once the universal healer soul gets into some kind of attachment through this body, you get attached to something. That attachment, body tries to dissociate with it, body tries to push it out. Suppose you inhale something, a hair, or when you are eating, some food particle gets into your air pipe, your body has got this strong defense mechanisms to cough it out, right? Similarly, your body, generally whenever there is an attachment, your body tries to move it away. Your body says, no, this is not right, send it out. But then the attachment, after the attachment, repetition will lead to disease. If there is attachment and you clear it up then and there, then there will not be disease. But the attachment becomes repetition, that becomes disease. Hold on, just before you get into so many questions in your mind, I will clear every question of yours, okay? So people keep getting these questions. Okay, in the womb, in the mother's womb, how there are certain diseases like cleft lip and neurological diseases, baby born with chromosomes, Down syndrome and all. So how do they get then? How do the newborn, neonatal or fetus gets disease, right? This is a question people have. I will answer that question eventually, but first try to understand this. There is a universal soul which is a healer, and there's no indent to that. From there, if at all that soul, because it is not understood as a soul and covered by this body, you keep getting attached to something, and that attachment becomes repetition, that will lead to disease. Point number one. Remember this. The second and most important thing is that attachment will cause lot of byproducts in it. Whenever there is attachment, that leads to byproducts, and these byproducts over a period of time, they get accumulated and help the disease to stay there, and it will reject the treatment as well. Whatever treatment you are trying to do, the treatment also gets resistance. Okay, so that is the reason why no more attachment. Even though you are attached, better get rid of it as soon as possible. If you don't get rid of your attachments, that leads to byproducts to disease, compulsory. Okay, attachment, repetition, attachment leads to byproducts, repetition leads to disease, and the byproducts will constantly go and help the disease to stay there in your body. If I give you an example, you may understand it better. So you are smoking or you are having alcohol. Our body is not made for alcohol. Our liver cells will become fiber. You heard of cirrhosis, liver cirrhosis? It is like this. The alcohol will go damage the cells, the liver cells, which are called hepatic cells. They are spindle-shaped cells that becomes damaged and they become stretched like a fiber, or it is called cirrhosis. Okay, this thing will happen over a period of time. So you are attached, and that attachment will cause a lot of byproducts, and that byproducts will lead to disease, and that disease will stay there if you are constantly attached and constantly producing byproducts, and these byproducts will constantly go there and help the disease to stay there active, happy, and it wants more byproducts, so it craves for byproducts, and that leads to disease, and disease will stay there forever. The problem is people think it is only the smoking, alcohol, or these things as a attachment. No, There is another plane to this. So this is the first plane. The second plane is your mental attachments. Supposedly, you see people who are depressed or dull having alcohol. Some people go socialize, have some alcohol, and come back, and they are happy, right? They are better. I don't suggest you to happily drink, but they are much better position than those who are depressed. Some love failure people who start smoking, start having alcohol. So some you lost someone and started having alcohol. Some kind of attachment mentally that leads to disease. So now there is a mental attachment which is causing lot of byproducts. Mental attachment byproducts like you are feeling bad from inside is a byproduct. Feeling suicidal tendency is a byproduct. Feeling dull, feeling not going out, feeling the entire world is bad, feeling that God is wrong. All these are the byproducts of your attachment. You got attached to someone, he died or she died, and that lead to all these thoughts. God is like that. I have been praying him for so long. God has cheated me, or this has happened because of that. That doctor has did something. This has happened. And those are all called byproducts which will help the disease. That is, alcohol as it is causing the hepatic cells to become cirrhosed, and all these thoughts will help, and that will lead to disease, right? This is the first basis I want you to understand. That is your attachment and your repetition. That attachment and repetition leads to disease, and the attachments constantly produce byproducts, and the disease will sustain in your body. This is the number one rule. The second and most important rule is the disease gets treated, but the problem is disease will leave a dent. Remember this, a disease can leave a dent. A disease will cause some kind of disturbance, that's called a dent. It can be an injury, it can be a damage, it can be psychological disturbance, it can be financial disturbance. Some kind of a disease will cause some kind of dent, and if you are not focusing to recover from the disease, suppose someone says you have blood pressure, you have diabetes, you have to take these medications, this kind of diet, lifestyle has to be changed, and if you say nothing will happen, I am strong, nothing will happen, it is not mentally being strong, it is foolishness, because it is about your at a physical plane you have diabetes and hypertension. At mental plane you need to be strong, but remember, any kind of mental disturbance over a period of time will directly affect on the disease process and can cause further disease and damage. So a disease will cause a dent, some kind of problem in the body, and it keeps it ready. If you don't help the body to recover, or if you don't help the body to rehabilitate itself, that will lead to permanent damage. So disease can be cured, but disease will leave a dent, and it is always ready, and the dent has to be rehabilitated or cured completely, otherwise that will again come back, or that will leave some kind of permanent damage. That is called disability. A permanent damage is called disability. That is, initially you are 40 or 35-40 and you have detected you are having 6.2 HbA1c glucose levels. Your 3-month average is about 6.5. You are in an average poor good control of diabetes. That is, you have entered into the diabetic range, but you are not having any signs and symptoms like polyuria, polydipsia, polyphagia, or sudden giddiness. You feel like falling down. You feel like thirsty. You feel like hungry regularly. You eat more. You want to drink water more, like that. If you have something like this, then you are in more than 7.5 stage. If you are 6, there is no symptoms as it is, but you are detected in the checkups or in the blood report, you have seen it. then that is a stage where it can progress into disease if you are not focusing on the attachment, the repetition and the byproducts. Then that can lead to disease. Disease will leave a dent, and that lead to disability. The dent, whatever it causes, okay, you have to immediately rehabilitate, otherwise that will cause damage, disability. And this you can apply to anything. So suppose there is a fracture. Fracture is the disease, and that disease, if you don't rehabilitate, that becomes dent, and if you are not focusing on the dent, that becomes disability. That is, there is a cut, there is an injury, there is a fracture to the bone, and you are not putting a plaster, or you are not rehabilitating it, then that becomes, the pressure whatever has to be taken by the bone will be taken up by the muscle and the tendons, and that tendons will slowly, eventually, over a period of time give up and they tear, and that becomes your permanent disability. Right? And why did that disease happen? Why did that injury happen? You can again relate them to some kind of attachment you had, some kind of some kind of repetition you have done, that is on the road, some kind of mental process, some kind of purva bandhanam, that may lead to the disease. From the disease you have dent and disability. So the other plane which I want to discuss here is, why a newborn kid? Why I don't have any other habits, but why am I having disease or some kind of cancer, some kind of road traffic accidents? I do everything good. I do abhishekam to God. I do meditation. I do everything. And why I met with an accident and entire my health gone bad? I got this one of the patients. She is in terrible pain from entire facial region, this area, entire from here to here, some kind of pain, somewhere here pain, sometimes into the neck, sometimes into the chin, sometimes sometimes into the submandibular region, sometimes to the neck, some kind of pain. She always comes to dental clinic. I check, the dental problem is absolutely zero, there is no dental problem, but some kind of pains. So somehow they come to know that I am a spiritualist, so they keep asking me, why did this happen to me? Why did this happen to me? So then I think this is just for your answering sake, or you can take it as, this is the reality, or you can take it as just an explanation, or you can just ignore this. But the point is, whenever there is attachment that leads to disease, this is for sure. And why am I saying attachment? It can be a physical attachment in the form of drugs, alcohol, your habits like sweets, hots, chocolates, whatever. At the same time, the mental level attachments, some kind of attachment, and this mental level attachment can be of this janma or from the previous births as well. So some diseases which are to you. So after talking all this, it is not that I don't get any disease or you listening to this will not get any disease. You may get disease. But the point is, you might have got attached to something that with the repetition may be leading to that disease. So now, a kid born with a cleft may be having a previous birth, previous janma's conditions to him, and he got this cleft, or he kind of cerebral palsy or some kind of disease. So now what we are doing constantly, I got this is one person, he was blind. So he came to me and whenever we discuss, they keep asking me this, why did I get? If I am not blind, I would have done this, I would have done that, I would have done that, I would have become this. So the problem is they get attached. Did you observe that? Some person is blind and they keep talking, because I am blind, because I am blind, because I am blind, and they get attached to that blindness. So I want you to remember this. Whatever disease you are getting, enjoy it. Make sure that you are cleaning that bandhanam this janma itself. If you don't believe in janmas, then tell me, do you have an option? rather than taking a medical help, do you have an option to sit there and brood on the problem and get help from it? No. You will never be able to get any help by crying on the disease. So suppose there is one condition called fibromyalgia, very painful, all the muscles get some kind of pain, sometime ear pain, back pain, neck pain, some kinds of pain, fibromyalgia, very painful disease. And that disease, patients come to, they say, oh, I'm having pain, I'm having. Don't worry about the pain. Pain is a absolutely physical thing. If you add emotion to it, you get attached. You get attached, and then from there, your attachment will become further disease, because that is constantly leaving byproducts, and that byproducts will add to your disease, and your disease will stay forever. Now the problem is, people ask, okay, now I understood disease can happen like this. So I did not do anything. How would I know that I have attachments at all? So for now, I will keep this video open. Next time, I will in detail talk about attachments, how to deal with it, how to go ahead with each health problem, and how do we heal and all. That will come in the next Friday's video. But till then, just think on the idea of some kind of attachment. Are you lingering to some kind of attachment that is repeating? Suppose you want money, you are behind money, you want money, then that will have an attachment, and that attachment will leave some kind of mental status byproducts, and that byproduct will lead to disease. It will keep your disease active. Supposedly you don't have any other health problem, it will be ready, and it will make sure that whenever some kind of disease strikes you, because whenever you are talking to someone, people will tell you this, till 40 years he was fine, sir, then that day he fell in bathroom, and from there his life changed. Did you hear this? Yeah, that is a classic example of your byproducts getting collected, your attachments getting collected, leaving byproducts, and the byproducts getting collected, and some kind of injury, trauma, some kind of just push. That push, based on your purva punyam, purva karma, purva bandhans, that disease will become strong, and that will lead to dent to disability to mental disability, physical disability, emotional disability, spiritual disability, and so many things. Right? Hope I am not confusing you. So far, just understand this, and you have to listen to this video repeatedly. And if you can get this, just this chapter 2, I want you to repeatedly listen to it and understand. And once you understand this, you will further next chapters, you will understand better. Suppose you did not understand till here, I want you to wait for the other videos, listen to the entire series, and then you tell me if you can, then you will believe that you can solve your all health problems, right? If I am promising you more, just wait for it and you will understand. Until then, please do subscribe to VSP Thenity channel, and tell your friends about this, and the health keys will be a vital information, and these are real keys I'm giving you. I've been talking to so many doctors to make this series, and this will be life-changing for you. Hope this video will help you, and I'll see you in the next video. Until then, Mitraya Namah.